Peace, love, and light. This is Queen Kenya, the life coach, coming to you live. Um, Today, I just want to talk about elements of the earth that would be helpful to us along our journey in life. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of crystal healing, but it is excellent. I've been using crystals for probably a little over 5 years now. Yeah, about 4 years. About 4 years. And it's been phenomenal learning about the different chakras and chakra healing and aligning my chakras and using specific crystals to help with the energies. You will hear me use certain kinds of words a lot. Energy is one of them, and it's because we're made of energy. Like that's what we're made of. Our soul, our spirit is purely energy, frequency. We thrive through life through the vibrations of our frequency. What we exude out is what essentially comes to us. And that's why it's important for our chakras to be aligned. So the crystals that I started off with to me, were more like basic crystals. I just went to a crystal store and gravitated towards those that I was drawn to. I'm sipping a little coffee here today, y'all. I don't drink coffee, but today I'm sipping. And it's good, which is crazy but anyways, the crystals that I started using first were obsidian. Obsidian is a black crystal that is used for protection against negative energy. Rose quartz, which is good for love, feeling love, dealing with emotional traumas where love needs to be infused. Amethyst is another crystal that I used initially, which is a protector and also an igniter of psychic power and ability. And there was also another one. There were a lot of ones that I was drawn to initially because I just went crazy. I went haywire just when I got into it, and when I went to the store and I just picked up whatever I was drawn to. And really, that's how it works. Like, you go towards the crystal that you're drawn to, and some of them, once you find out the meanings of them, you'll understand why you were drawn to them in the first place. Another one that I used was, and I still do, hematite. I love hematite. Hematite is a balancer for me. It's a protector of negative energy, but it also helps ground me. And when I say ground, I mean like keep me stable, keep me balanced. A lot of people believe that the crystals don't work and that really that they don't work, but I will say this, that they work for who believe in them. So if you believe they work, then they will work for you. And that's how that goes. Because they totally work for me. And they're awesome. Crystals have great energy. Some are used to attract for abundance. Like pyrite is a good grounder, but it also is used to attract wealth, prosperity, money. There are some crystal elements that you can use in addition to any rituals that you might do. And, the whole talk about crystal healing and using crystals and things of like spiritual rituals where it requires you to smudge crystals with sage, like burning sage and stuff. When people start talking about things in that nature, a lot of people shun away from it because they're like, oh, that's witchcraft. It's not witchcraft, it's spiritual rituals. It's things that have to do with alchemy. Spirituality has more to do with alchemy and science than some of the things that you've been told. So there's a difference between religion and spiritual practices. Honestly, I don't like to offend anyone, but I just truly believe my truth. I believe that religion is man-made. It's a mindset and a practice of beliefs pushed out, projected to people to get them to be oppressed by a certain mindset or a certain thought or way of living life. So, that happens. Spirituality is more based upon the natural flow of life, dealing with the elements of the earth, nature, and our energy and frequency, and speaking life. There's so much power with words, power in the spoken word, power with the written word. And so yes, I write my affirmations. I speak my affirmations. And these are also things, people like to call it witchcraft, but just what I've just said are also things that are found in the Bible. I don't remember which book in the Bible, but it says, write the vision and make it plain. As some are called witches when they write their potions or they write out their rituals. That's all they're doing is writing it down and making it plain. Write the vision, make it plain. If someone else does the same thing that you're doing, what's the difference between you and them? Why they got to be called a witch? So I'm just talking. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just talking. But also, when I get there, sometimes I lose my train of thought because there's so much there that people make a difference out of. Okay, so like I was saying, in the Bible it says, write the vision and make it plain. Writing is a part of rituals that goes with like writing affirmations or writing potions, okay? And also manifesting. Manifesting is believing and allowing yourself to feel okay. Allowing yourself, I've explained this before, but I will do it in this session. Some stuff, if you've been watching me for a while with my other videos, some stuff might seem repetitive, but I do have to introduce it because this is like a new season of me doing things. Okay, so with manifestation, you speak it, you write it, you allow yourself to feel it. It's more of an action doing thing. You allow yourself to emotionally feel that whatever it is that you desire has already happened. So you feel yourself receiving that in that moment and you act in that. You allow yourself to respond in that way, a feeling of happiness or joy or excitement, whatever it is that you would feel if you manifested what you wanted to manifest. And then you actually do the work of what it takes to get the manifestation that you want. So let's say you were trying to manifest a car. You wrote it out. You went and started looking at the kind of cars that you wanted. You started test driving the kind of cars that you wanted. You started budgeting and, you know, experiencing the feeling of what it would feel like for you to get that car. All of that. You do all the actions. You go through all the motions. You write it out. And then you just keep going until it manifests and it happens in your life. That, for me, a representation of manifestation in the Bible, the action part is faith without works is dead. So if you want to be able to manifest things in your life, first you have to believe it. You have to believe that it's possible for it to happen. Then not only that, but you have to do the work. Faith without works is dead. So if you believe that it shall come to pass, but you're not doing the work that it requires of you to manifest it, for it to come into fruition, and that work could be placing yourself in position geographically, mentally, emotionally, physically. It all depends on what the goal of the manifestation is. You have to align yourself with it and do the actions and do the work that it requires for it to come forth truly. So if you aren't doing that, then more than likely you're not going to get what you're seeking for. So, yeah, those are just two examples of things that I understood differently once I was enlightened and awakened. I began to understand on a different level the way that some things were explained or expressed in the Bible. I was able to put it to action in my life more. Honestly, I wish that when I was a Christian that I had been taught with the understanding of Scripture the way that I just explained it now, because it would have made much more sense to me that you don't just memorize Scripture. See, that's the difference for me. Religion is more of the way that it has been cultivated, especially in Western Black culture. It's more of a listen, hear, and do as I say, more than an interactive participant thing. Spirituality is, to me, is belief and practice and relationship with the creator and source of life. Whereas religion, like I said, is more of a people coming together and saying that they have this same belief and projecting it to people and saying, oh, you got to live this way, you got to live that way, you got to do this, you got to do that. But having an understanding of science and alchemy and learning more about quantum physics and things of that nature, I am learning that it is more important to know thyself, because I can't know much about life until I truly know about myself. And me learning about myself is me learning about life, because I have to figure out where I came from, how was I created, how do I operate, like how does my body work, like what am I made up of, like I'm from the cosmos, I'm made of stardust, and that's one of the reasons why I believe that it's important for me to interact with the elements of the earth all the time as much as possible, especially crystals. For me, crystals work wonders. I really have seen a difference in my life since I started using crystals, keeping them around my house, in my car, on my person. I was just talking to somebody yesterday because I had another crystal around my neck yesterday, and this lady that I was working with, she was admiring my crystal, and she was like, I always wanted to have my crystals on me all the time. Even one day I went to the store and I had one fall out my bra. She was like, I was so embarrassed at first, but then it was just like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's happened to me before too. And I told her, I was like, I was thinking about creating a bra with a pocket in it to carry the crystal. That's an idea. Somebody will get it. It's a great invention. But it just made me thought about that because that's where I have my crystal at now, in my bra. Hope that's not too much TMI. But anyway, yeah, I keep it on my person. Literally keep it on my person. This is a clear quartz crystal that is wrapped in copper. And as you can see, I wear copper a lot. Copper helps to align your back and keeps the solar plexus and root chakra aligned. So when you start learning about the elements of the earth, there are so many elements of the earth, not just the crystals. There's the copper, there's brass, there's all the elements of the earth. It's not just the crystals itself. So, everything that comes from the earth. And so, like, I just love this clear quartz wrapped in copper, and I keep that on my person. Clear quartz is a stabilizer. It helps me. It keeps me motivated and grounded and clear, reflective. I also have a copper ring with amethyst in it, and that helps me throughout the day. I love my copper. So yeah, that is that. And the elements of the earth, I truly believe, are very helpful, as I've said before, when it comes to the journey of life, our journey of life. So once you start on your journey of awakening and being enlightened, what is this enlightenment and being awakened that Queen Kenya is talking about? When you decide that you want to know who you are, more than what society and the world has told you who you are. That's the beginning of awakening, when you begin to look within instead of looking outside of yourself for the answers. When you start looking within yourself and start saying, okay, and looking within just looks like, having that conversation with yourself. Start asking questions, speaking to the higher self, gaining higher consciousness. And once you open that door, there are so many rabbit holes to go through, so many dimensions and different planes to explore. So me being one of them, within this realm of life with you in this dimension in time, whenever this video live recording should meet you or greet you, truly understanding the importance of using the elements for our life journey. They can help. If you believe that they can help for you, then they will work. They're going to work regardless, and they will help regardless, but it's about your belief system. If you believe it, it shall be, and it shall be more abundantly with your added energy, because the crystal has energy already by itself. The copper has energy already by itself. So when we add our own vibration and frequency to it, it adds to those elements and gives it a different vibration, takes it to the next level. That's why if we're out of alignment within our bodies, as far as our electrical frequency, magneticism is concerned, when we put on certain things like copper and the crystals, when those frequencies collide together, they kind of begin to balance things out. Think of it as like electricity or lightning within your body. If you thought about lightning flashing, just flashing, but when you put on copper or put on a crystal or whatever, it just kind of balances it out and makes it an even frequency. That's all I can say about that. I'm not a scientist. So I'm explaining to the best of my ability in regards to that. Um, but yeah, using crystals are really good elements of the earth, really good for um, your experience with your life journey. So that's the beginning. When you decide that you want to start knowing more about yourself, and you begin to want to learn about um, things that will assist you on your journey, especially if you're already into aligning your chakras and beginning to do some exercises that might help you, like yoga within that practice. The next best thing is to get familiar with crystals and find out the importance of chakra healing by using crystals. So many of us have uh, traumatic bonds or traumas that happened in our life, and we have bottled up, suppressed energy within us that needs to be released. Some of the energy is stagnated and it needs to be released and let go. It's been there for so long. For a lot of us, that energy just has been shifted and moved around, but not totally released. Believe it or not, that's why a lot of our bodies have disease, because sickness comes from that stagnant energy just, living and festering in our beings, in our bodies. So when you think about things like literally high blood pressure, hemorrhoids, physical diseases that are medically explained, like literally it comes from stagnant energy. And so there's a book, I'll try to tag it in this video, but there's a book called Chakra Healing and using crystal elements, and that explains it to the depth of what I'm talking about. And I will put that in the link of this video so you guys can have access to that and understanding, because this is about sharing, it's about caring, it's about allowing you to have the resources, I should say. You should research, but having the resources that you need to be able to make better decisions for yourself in regards to being on this life journey and making it, the most, getting the most out of it, making the best of it, doing the best that you can do. Okay? So, yeah, I think I'm almost ready to end this video. I don't want to go too long, because I'm just now starting out my videos. I don't want to make them too long. I want people to stick with me, so I'm going to try to keep them under 30 minutes. I appreciate you, your time, your gift of time, and your presence today. Spending this time with me, being informed about crystals and the elements of the earth and how they help heal us. Please do your own research. I will be sharing with you little tidbits, just, information that I've gotten through time of my own researching. But it truly works. I tell you, I wouldn't practice wearing them or using them as often or at all as I do if it were not working for me. But as I said, you must believe. So in anything, whatever we believe is what we will attract into our lives. So even before, when I was a Christian and I lived my life a certain way or according to my Christian beliefs, because I believed that way, a lot of things in my life happened because of my beliefs. But I've awakened and have greater understanding about life itself. And so my mindset has shifted. And because my mindset has shifted, I now know that I can use the elements of the earth to assist me with my journey in life. That's what they're here for, especially natural herbs. Like a lot of times when people get ailments in their body, they go run to the doctor. Oh, I need Tylenol, or I need to get ibuprofen or whatever. I don't take meds at all. I hardly ever get sick, so I don't take medications like that. But I have learned for myself to seek herbs or to seek out, natural oils. So if I have headaches, I go get peppermint oil, essential oils, um, real, the real stuff, not the other stuff. That's all I could say. Make sure it's pure and real. Um, but yeah, I get peppermint. Peppermint oil is good for headaches. When I need good aromatherapy to relax my mind and just relax my body, I get eucalyptus essential oil. There's so much relief and understanding in the elements of the earth. Like, these are things that come of the earth. We could have elements in our body just to make us better. Like, literally, if you have a headache and you get some peppermint oil and you put it like right here, right there, or right here and right there, that's it, just a little dab. Within 2 or 3 minutes, your headache would start subsiding because of the peppermint effect on your temples and in your nostril. It kind of works like vapor rub works. I don't know what they put in vapor rub, but it kind of works like that. But it has more of a natural effect. So, yeah, once you start studying about the different elements, the crystals, the oils, aligning your chakras, like, once you get on that path, it will begin to open up for you, and information will just begin to flow to you. That's what happened for me. And that old saying that says, when the student is prepared, the teacher appears, right? So when you're ready, sometimes I can't even get it out. Our higher selves is literally our teacher. So when you are being led to watch certain things, when you're being led to do certain things, a lot of times it's your intuition, it's your higher self, it's your subconscious. So when we're ready, the teacher in us will show forth and then teach us through life and show us greater master teachers within our life journey who are already on the road, who have traveled the road, who've experienced it, who've mastered it. So just be mindful that once you have committed yourself to understanding, hey, I know what I want in life. I want to be a better me. I want to do what's right for me. I want to focus on me. I want to look within me and gain the greatest answers for me. By doing this, by seeking truth of knowledge of self and looking within, we not only help ourselves, but we begin to help humanity, because we cannot change the world unless we first change ourselves. We first make the adjustments that need to be made within ourselves. And then a lot of times we have to have our mindsets changed. We have to have our way of lives changed in order to make difference within our own communities and countries where we live. So yes, it's Queen Kenya, the life coach, coming to you live today. I hope that I have said something. I know I've said something, at least one thing, that has helped you this day, especially if you have tarried with me all the way to the end of this video. I truly appreciate you. I'm grateful for your presence and grateful for your time. Please subscribe and share with your friends, and do know that I will come again with another topic. And if you have any suggestions, or if you have any questions or things that you would like to talk to me about, please send me messages. Remember, I'm on many platforms. You can follow me, Queen Kenya, the life coach, on IG, Namaste, Queen Kenya Namaste Life Coaching on Facebook, Queen Kenya on Facebook, and also, I'm Queen Kenya 55 on TikTok. I did start me a TikTok. So please follow me on all the platforms, and I truly appreciate you. Peace, love, and light.